Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm working on a Thorsen 77J, and this thing is locked up. I can move it by, there it goes. It's got the cover. Most of the time you find these ratchets, it's missing this dust cover. What I am wanting to do, I'm wondering if I can pop this out. I wonder if I can put that in a vise and pop that out. Wonder. Take the cover off. I could probably just run some carburetor cleaner over this and just clean it that way, but I wanted to give it a better cleaning. This metal's spring loaded. It does not want to come off. Well, I might be screwing up, ladies and gentlemen. I've never had one that had the cover on that I was able to take off. So, probably what I need to do is put this in the vise and do it that way. Well, maybe not. Just want to pop the cover off. How about that? I'm getting there. Excuse me. Slowly but surely. I'm rednecking this. I really need to find a better way of doing this besides screwing up here. But I think I've already started, so yeah, I should have put it in the vise, you dummy. You ever get into something you think, yeah, you're dumbass, you should have backed up and punted. Well, I think I just started this. Darn. You know, sometimes I'll leave this in the video. I bet there's probably a way to do this properly, and I'm not doing it. Oh, smokes, come on, people. Stab myself here in a minute. I hate drawing blood. Especially mine. I don't mind drawing somebody else's. Well. Choice. Brute force don't work. There's got to be some common sense to this. Okay, that's in that lip right there. It doesn't, once I get it out of there, maybe I can pull it back. All right, guys, give me a second. I'm gonna put this in a vise. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got the cover off with pair of pliers, easy. Now I'm trying to take this pin out, and I have no idea I know there's a ball bearing down under there. We'll see. The worst I can do is screw it up, right? See if I can get a pair of needle nose pliers on the end. I got the pin on the back side out. Well, you know the problem I'm going to have is I'm not sure how to put this back together when I do this. Show you what I'm doing here. I think there's a spring, hopefully, and a ball bearing in there. There's the pin. I'm going to leave this like this, the punch in there. Go to the table. I don't remember. I think I might have had one of the 3/4 inch apart. Oh, there is a spring. It wanted to shoot out of there. Okay, now this is going to be maybe not. Hang on a sec. This may not be that bad put together. Okay, let's drop that out. Easily. There's the ball bearing I was talking about. And there's a spring. So the ball bearing on top of the spring, and then this goes in like so. The cam switches off that ball bearing left and right. Get the spring out. Okay, next question. How does this come out? There a pin? Huh. Press out? Okay, before I go any further, let's put these parts on the magnet so I don't lose anything. Now I'm just going to kind of give this a light brush. See if there's a pin or something somewhere that I'm missing. Well, I can hear the rust in there. The grit, hear it? Okay. There's got to be, I thought there'd be a pin or something, or a clip or something that holds this in place, but I do not see any. Just out of curiosity. Huh. Well, I don't see any way. that looks like that's all one piece. It can't be. During manufacturing process, they'd make it as easy as possible to put it together, you think anyways, to make hundreds of thousands of units. I'll bet you this is a cap that probably presses in this assembly. So this probably has to pull out. Or it could be the other way around. This could press into this assembly. This could be pressed into this gear. Or this could be pressed into this gear. Something like that. Because there's no clip. See, I don't have time to go on YouTube and look this stuff up, and I bet there's not something on YouTube for this anyways. Look just out of curiosity. Make sure there's not a hidden pin or a clip or something I'm missing. No, I don't see any. Nothing there. All right. Yeah, I thought maybe there might be a pin, like pinned in, but there's nothing there. All right, I'll go to the wire wheel and give this go once over on the wheel. All right, be right back. Alright, now I'm just going to use I got these little brushes up, Harbor Freight brass brush. I'm just going to clean the inside here up. And then I'll take some carburetor cleaner and a rag and get down in there. Looks like it's going to turn out pretty good. I got some steel wool on a drill bit too. Just kind of fluff it up. Well, that didn't work on that and on the hole. So let's try this. Actually turned out pretty good. I'm wondering if I can use wire wheel brush It's hard to get down in that V groove. All right, finish this and clean this little bits and pieces off. All right, ladies and gentlemen, check this out. I found a clip inside this right here. And then I figured out what the clip's for. That ring right there. See that ring on that pin? So I've got to put this back. I got to figure out how to put it back now to make sure when I push the pin back in there. And I'm pretty sure this goes up like this. Make sure you guys can see this. If you see the ring there, the ring's on top, so it goes here. So when you push this down, probably what I'll do is I pushed it down going out like this with the anvil down. So when I put it back, I'm going to do it this so that pin lines up with this shoulder. See that pin? God, I hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. See that ring right there? That should go where that locking pin is on top of this paw. Glad I didn't lose it. That'd have sucked. Okay. Well, that's something else to put on the magnet so I don't lose it. Alright guys, bought a new wheel, and this is a 320 grit. It's a Scotch-Brite wheel. It's a 6-inch, which, and also the arbor 7/8 maybe, or 1 inch. So I had to shim the shaft, but it's on there. I'll run it over and then I'll polish it, see what it looks like. You can see some pitting where the rust was. That 320 brightened it up pretty good. I mean, it's all right. Nothing super fancy. If you look real close in that head, there's a pin there. I think this was pressed on. This is a 2-piece unit, and in factory they probably press them together, so that's not removable. Anyways, let's go to the polisher. Nothing fancy. 320, that's real time. I'm not gonna fast forward or anything. I'll just leave it like that. All right, let's put this thing together. Now, what I have done, I cleaned the ball bearing with the wire wheel, cleaned the spring with the little Dremel wire wheel. That's what I did anyways. Just to help it. I'm putting a little grease down in the hole where the spring goes. Yeah, you know what? I might be better to put the spring in with the little tool here. Oops, well maybe not. Excuse me. Well, huh. The heater finally kicked off. It's like 37 degrees outside. Sucky day, it's cold. All right, now I'm gonna put some grease on the top of the spring to hold the ball bearing, and then I'm gonna lightly grease both sides of this chamber. Now, let me put a little grease on the screwdriver. You guys might be able to see this. See how I did that? Ball bearing. Now, question is, how do I get, okay, I think this can go either way. It looks like it's, but this is the side that I took off the clip. I think I can slide this in here, push the ball bearing down with the screwdriver, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So I got my hole. Now I should be able, oh you idiot. Hang on, I'm supposed to put the clip on this first. There's the clip. Now I can slide this in there. The ball bearings, I hope you guys can see it there. I'm gonna push down on the ball bearing. Slide this little hole through there. Oops, don't go too far. Now, if I push, I drove it out this way, so should I put it in this way? Let's try it. Let's try it. Okay, now get a little hammer. Hang on, hang on. I'll get my little bitty. That's it. Oh, it works sweet now. And all I did, now I greased this, and then I'm just gonna put a drop of oil in between these two. That's all I'm gonna do. I don't want to put grease on this. After thinking about it, I did one of these about a year ago, but it was a 1/2 inch, and I had a lot of problems with it. Number one, I didn't know what I was doing. But, man, that sounds good. Flip it over. These are actually easy to, I mean, taking this pin out and realizing there's a clip on it, I'm glad I didn't lose it. And then this assembly right here, I believe by the mark, there's a stamp mark right there. That was pressed in. That was pressed by factory, I'm pretty sure. So I'll bet money that they're 2 pieces and it's pressed in. Because that makes sense in manufacturing. Or there is also an E-clip, a little clip around this, and you can press on this side to press it out. But I do not want to take a chance on that because this is a good ratchet and there's no reason. If it was rusted solid or if it was broke, then I would practice and do that. But there's no reason to. Now the biggest problem is going to get this cover. I think it's identical either side, right? It looks, yes, it's identical either side. So if I can spread it. Boy, that spring steel's got some, it's got some oomph to it. Oh, and I don't have in my fingers. Oh, let me get my tools. I put everything in the wrong place. Be right back. All right, didn't take but a pair of gloves, put it in the vise and just snapped it on. I should have videotaped, but it went on real easy. So now, I'm just going to throw a little wax on it. Yeah, I got like 40 cents in this thing. This is one I bought out at the pawn shop for, you know, just pennies. I probably could have left it the way it was with a little bit of rust on it and just carburetor cleaner and used a little WD on it or some oil, and it would have been just fine, I bet you. Let's see why it wouldn't. Now it works. Switches over left or right pretty easy. I need to squeeze that little ball bearing there. Put a little drop of oil. Down in there real quick. There we go. 3/8 socket. You know, I really kind of like these. It's a very, very simple design, and you don't have to worry about breaking a switch or anything. The only thing with these, you really don't want to be working these in the dirt or sand, because I could see where you could really damage it. But yeah, I got a pretty good 3/8 ratchet, Thorsen 77J. Look at there. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is a good used tool. Cheap, functional tool for 40 cents. That's about what I got in it. So, there you go. Good used tool, ladies and gentlemen. Out there, you can find them. And I'll try to leave a link to that description on that, that fiber wheel I bought. I like it. I mean, it did a pretty good job. It's equivalent to my gray ones. I thought one of my gray ones was a 180 and the other one was a 400. This says 320, but worked just fine. The only thing that you can see, if you look real close, you can see pitting. I mean, I could have took it to the belt sander with a 120 belt and took it down. There's no need for that. I mean, if you wanted an art piece or something trophy to hang on the wall, but this goes in the toolbox and I'll use this. It's rare to find one with the dust cover on it, and I got really lucky. So yeah, I like it. I'm happy. And I did not use my grease that I normally use on these, just because I do not want, and if something open like this, my theory is putting grease on this will just attract more dirt buildup, where the oil is not as bad, let's put it that way. And plus, I can wash this out with carburetor cleaner and re-oil it. If I put grease in it, it's a little harder to clean the grease out, especially if it's packed with some dirt. Not saying that I would use this on dirt, but yeah, you never know. I may throw this in one of my spare toolboxes in one of the vehicles, just because this is a good ratchet. I mean, it's a good usable. It does not have the thumb release, but you know, the way I work anyways anymore, I set out 4 or 5 ratchets and stick each socket that I need on the ratchets. That way I don't have to take the socket off. It just works better that way. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all give me thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you think? Worth the time? I think it was. I got a good used tool. 40 cents in about 30 minutes of my time. I think that was a great buy right there. Good quality steel. Just can't beat it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a good day.